listening to LA Talk Radio.
Powerhouse Paranormal
Topics with the umpires
of the unexplained. Sheena Metal.
That's right. It's Haunted Playground right here on LA Talk Radio. For more info on the show, latalkradio.com. I just said that, hauntedplayground.com. I'm your host, Sheena Metal. I'm at sheenametalspiritual.com, and I am raising your vibration.com. Every week on Haunted Playground, we do a thing I like to call Light Workers Unite. I get together with a dear friend who's also a talented light worker, and we do free readings and healings and spiritual counseling and paranormal questions and spiritual questions and energetic stuff. And anything you have on your mind, we are here for you. And the way you get on the air with us is you text me, 818-437-0886. That's 818-437-0886. And I always say, in case you're worried, that goes right to my private cell phone, which is sitting right here by me. Yes, I do give my cell phone out on the air. I have finally been talked into getting in a private phone, because my friends are like, how come you didn't see my text? I'm like, well, because I got 200 in the last hour and a half. So I have been talked into getting a private number. And so I will continue to give this one out and taking all of your calls, which I love. So anyway, I am very excited to be here with my dear friend, Patti Negri. She's, of course, from Travel Channel's Ghost Adventures and 1,000,002 other things. And I just love having you here, my friend. It's always good to see you.
Thank you so much, Sheena. Always great to be here. Always love to
fun
be
to
on
have
with
you.
you.
You were one of my first light workers, I think, that we ever did this with, and I'm so excited. This is kind of a reunion because my friend Jenny Stewart, who's doing the 5 o'clock, I think she was the first one ever. So it's nice. So how are you? What's new? What's going on?
Everything is good. Getting into busy season. Shot another Ghost Adventures recently. I don't know when that will air.
Nice.
Soon. They don't tell me anything. And getting ready to do, as we were just talking, a lot of travel, a lot of appearances and cons and different events, because it is the season for ghosty things.
Yes, it is, isn't it? Although, now it's always the season for ghosty things.
24/7.
Isn't that
12
nice,
months
though?
a year. It is the best.
When we were kids, that was what we dreamed of.
Yeah.
I dreamed of a world where every night I could watch a new scary movie, and there was, more fun stuff going on than I could even keep track of spiritually. And now we live in that world.
Yeah, and it's fun to live in the mixed world, that we have all the fun ghosty things, and we have this light worker spiritual helping the world through it, and we get to dance. I mean, not that the other's not light, because it is the ghosty world, but it's if we were just sitting there around, oming all the time, it wouldn't be nearly as fun as talking to ghosts too.
Not for us. I find it kind of like, I was worried that there was going to be, when I first fully came out as a psychic, and I'm decades behind you on that because I'm a baby, but I just assumed there was going to be conflict between my paranormal life and my psychic life, and there's really been none. It's been lovely. I think the community is a lot more joined together with psychics and investigators than it was 10 years ago when I stared the show.
It is.
It's changed. It's for the better.
Yeah.
And it's become more awesome to be a psychic, and less investigators. Oh, we don't want psychics in our team and all that crazy. And
vice versa. And both acceptance on all sides.
Yeah,
we can all just get along.
I know. And I think it's even gotten better with people from the occult community accepting folks that do witchcraft, accepting folks that are, Buddhist kind of psychics, accepting folks that are extremely new agey. I mean, I think the whole community is coming together in a really beautiful way.
I do too.
I think we're finally realizing, and I always say, all roads paved with good lead us to the light. And I really think that we're getting to the point where we're realizing that we've either got to all get together. We're either together or we're not together. And those of us who walk in the light need to stop fussing about,
right.
That's
the little differences.
Yeah.
Because
your thing is wrong, but my thing's the real psychic thing, but my thing. And you still, every once in a while, you hear that from one of the psychic dinosaurs, right? You hear that my way is the right way, which always makes me laugh
which starts turning you into an old school religion.
Exactly, right. And we're not curing cancer, folks. We're reading fortunes. I mean, come on, we're not. Do you know what I mean? We're not. Well, some healers are actually curing cancer.
Yes.
And we give them credit. But, to take yourself so seriously and act like you know the right way or this is the only way, that's always, And I tell my clients that, you probably do too, that anybody who tells you I'm 100% accurate or I can predict anything or I can make somebody love you is somebody you need to take a step away from.
Yeah, because we're born with free will. I always tell people that.
Yeah.
There's a basic trajectory of how your life it's going to flow this way, but we were given free will.
Absolutely.
So you can switch it at any moment.
Absolutely.
Switch it. So what a good psychic is telling you, this is what your strengths and weaknesses and this is how it's leading, but if you want to switch it, this is another path or another option or another perspective.
Yeah. Do you find that sometimes that's a hard one for folks to grasp? Because they really want you to be able to just, rub your crystal ball and then suddenly whomever comes out of the blue and loves them. And I always say, look, if you're going to use, and people ask me about dark magic all the time, as I'm sure they ask you, can you make this happen? Can you do this? And I always say, look, even if somebody would do it for you, you're not going to want it. I mean, even if he comes back, it's going to be like somebody buried him in the pet cemetery.
Exactly. That's what it is. It's the obsession, but there's no love. And it's like you'd be wanting the spell to undo it, going, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever.
Exactly. Yes, you don't want it, my friend. So anyway, if you want to get on the show with us, 818-437-0886. That's 818-437-0886. All right, we've got folks ready to go. What do you like best? Because you've done a lot more Paracons this year than ever.
Yeah.
Are they? Because I hear they're so wonderful. All my guests that I have on that have done a lot of them just rave about them.
Yeah, they're just really fun because it's like-minded people. Like the last one I did was really nice. It was the Paramystic Fair, and it was the paranormal people and the witchy people. My witchy people,
Nice.
Northern California Black Hat Society. So we did the solstice. We did. It was with the bringing together of the slightly different groups, but again, same world. So that's it. The next one I'm doing, I think, I don't even really know I think it's going back to the ghosty hunter people. The next one, the Mother Lode Paracon. Mother Lode, we're going to be up in another nice haunted, old gold mining company area, which I guess they have a lot because they have a lot of ghosts.
Yeah, yeah. And do you normally, when you're at a con like that, do you do a little paranormal stuff and a little psychic stuff and then some little witch stuff too, or it just depends?
Yeah, it depends on what's what. Or if I'm when I'm speaking, if I have like 1 hour to speak, I will just speak all of it. They're going to want to hear stories from my ghost adventures. I want to give my message of empowerment, basically my witchy, you guys are powerful beings, stop giving away your power stuff. So I just throw it all in one big pot. And I hopefully go away with a little knowledge or a little perception possibility.
I love that.
And a little bit more hope.
I'm speaking next September a year from this September at a ufology conference.
Nice.
And sort of about the spirituality of what we think of as offworlders and the connection between offworlders and things that are spiritual.
Wow, cool.
And I'm excited because I think it's different than telling my own stories and my mom's stories of encounters and the fine line between, is it an offworlder, is it a ghost, is it an offworlder, is it angelic? I think that's going to even bring that community in, because that community is really a part of our community as well. And sometimes they get stuck out on the fringe because they're the contact people. Yeah, right. Well,
I mean, not really, but psychics are wackies, witches are wackies, but UFO people, the mainstream world, they're the really wackies.
They're really into it.
Yeah.
But I guess,
and I'm not saying that they are, but again, it's
right.
just that it's nice to bring it together.
Well, and I think it's interesting because you have to figure out where do they fall, right? Because if technically it turns out that offworlders, right, they live on a planet just like ours, although not like ours, then is that technically something of the universe, or is it technically like just another race of people? So I think that's why sometimes folks don't want to count them as part of the spirit world.
Right.
But my whole thing is if you blip through a time warp in space, you're an interdimensional traveler.
Right, exactly.
You count.
If it's just a different dimension, what is that? What is space? If time and space doesn't really exist the way we see it, then...
Right.
Yeah.
We don't know there's not a planet of Bigfoots and a planet of Loch Ness Monsters. And sometimes they walk through the wormhole and they're here.
Yeah.
We don't know that there's not a Leprechaun Planet or, oh God, I would love it if there was a Leprechaun Planet or Fairy World. I mean, we think of those interdimensional creatures as being not actually of a world, but what if they are, and what if that world is as tangible as ours? It just is somewhere else and they can blip through and we don't know how to go there.
And when we do our mediumship, we're blipping into theirs. Like, who are these humans sitting here going, talk to me? They flip into ours and we're like, where are these big humans going, I want to talk to my mother.
Oh my God, that's it's like the movie The Others. Get out of my house. I think that's one of the coolest movies ever with the reveal at the end. And you're like, oh, yeah, that does make a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we just assume they're invading our homes all the time.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. No, you just recently did a big Friday the 13th seance.
Yes, I did.
Some of your folks came to my spiritual service the next night.
Yes, that's awesome. Yay. Yes, we like to share. Yeah, it was really nice because it was a full moon. It was my day. Well, everybody's day, but my day, Friday the 13th. When you're born on the 13th, you get to claim the number.
Right. Yes.
And it was chaotic. It was fun. It was good. We got good information, but it was chaotic. It was hard. It was hard. Sometimes they come together and you're going, okay, this spirit is here and this spirit is here, and everybody gets it. This was like da 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 da, three-ring circus.
Oh, no.
Tried to keep it was again good, but it was like keep it together.
Do you think it was because it was the Friday the 13th energy and that almost full moon that happened at midnight, right?
It's a full moon, really close full moon.
Yeah.
It happened technically onto the 14th, but early 14th, closer than most full moons are usually, like halfway or early in the morning or something.
It was a crazy full moon.
Yeah, harvest moon.
A lot of people have been through a lot of really bizarre stuff the last couple of days. Feelings are up, strange stuff. Just wandering around shopping on Sunday. I had some strange encounters, which I almost normally never have when I'm in Orange County because it's so suburban down there. But just a very strange energy everywhere. And I just think it's this moon was particularly full and intense.
Yeah.
And I had my church service that night. And man, that moon was just, you could feel it everywhere. And that's interesting to have a spiritual service, on the night that you have a full moon.
Yeah.
That's really fun. So, okay, so we're going to get Robin on with us now, and then I'm going to crank up some more numbers while we talk to Robin and get things rolling with. I just need 4 more hands, Patty. 4 more hands.
I was just trying to get our little thing up on here, and it was like the hardest thing ever. Well, you're doing 12 things at once.
Multitasking is my middle name.
Not mine.
All right, so we're going to get Robin on with us, and then we're rocking and rolling here. So here we go. Okay. If you want to get on with us, just send me a text message, 818-437-0886. If you've sent me a text message and it was a while ago, like this morning or last night, send me another and remind me because the phone starts filling up when these all start coming in, and we don't want to miss anybody if we can help it. Robin, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hi, Sheena.
Hi.
I'm all right.
It's great to hear from you. How you said you're fried?
I'm sorry?
Did you say you're fine?
Or fried?
Yes, I'm all right.
Oh,
I'm all right.
I thought you said you were fried, and I'm like, oh, was it the full moon?
No.
Hi, honey. Say hi to Patty, and how may we help you?
Hi, Patty.
Hi, Robin.
The reason for my call is 8 years ago, on November 11th, my husband committed suicide.
Oh, sweetheart.
And after all this time, I'm still so very depressed.
I know, hon.
And I'm having a hard time moving on.
I'm so sorry, sweetheart. This time of year, right, especially as it gets closer, is really hard.
Yeah,
absolutely.
This
time of year makes it extra hard, I think.
Because the veil is thinnest this time of year, and as well as that's when it happened. But he's with you, right?
I don't feel him anymore.
Okay.
I do.
I do. Be really open to it. If you need to let go of his fleshly body, you need to make him your spirit husband,
I agree.
not your dead husband.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what a dumb supper is? I know I've talked about it before here. It's a backwards dinner. You could do it, 10 years later or 50 years later. Have a dinner for him. Do it backwards. Start with dessert, then your main course, then your super salad. That shows the other side it's for them. You could set a place for him if you want. Talk about things you used to do. You could be a little sad, but also be happy. spend a few minutes in silence during the dinner, and he will communicate with you.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the dinner, which is the beginning of the dinner, because you're up to the super salad course, you have to let his fleshly body go, choose to, because that's the one thing you cannot have back unless you're into zombies. You believed he's gone reincarnated or gone to heaven or part of the great consciousness, but that meat suit, I guess I'm calling it these days, is gone. But he can now be your spirit husband, and you could have a better, closer, and you will be able to feel and communicate with him. It's called a dumb supper. Okay?
I agree.
And it helps him as much as it really helps you for the grieving.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You both need this. And Patty's 100% right. The thing is, sweetheart, that when you have a living connection with someone, like my friendship with Patti, there's a cord in my solar plexus and one in hers, and that connects us. When somebody, can you see it? We're connected. When somebody dies, you can't have a living tie with them when somebody's gone. And he's trying to cut that cord so that he can then reconnect the cord through your third eye chakra and into your heart chakra, which is how we connect with spirit beings. And you're fighting it. And I remember when my mom was dying, actually feeling her unlacing that cord as she was passing. It felt like when you unlace an ice skate from both sides, and panicking in the beginning and then thinking, oh, no, she's letting me go. Because of that, as much as I love her and as much as I miss her, she made my grieving process 100 times easier because she cut the cord literally at the moment that she went or right before she went. He's trying to cut that cord and reconnect the cord the way it needs to be with where he is, because he feels terrible, first of all, that he left in the way that he left you, and that you're having such a hard time getting over it. And he's trying to reroute these cords so that you can be in less pain, because he's not in pain anymore. He no longer wants you to be in pain. So when you feel like that pull in your gut and you just won't let it go, let it go. Let him cut that cord, because he will reconnect it. You're not going to lose him. Like Patti said, he's just going to come back stronger.
In the way he's supposed to.
Right, in the way he's supposed to from where he is. You can't have a living connection with somebody who's not alive. And sometimes, when you hear people talk about you have to let the dead go, what they're talking about is just that. You have to allow them to reconnect the cord the way they're supposed to. Because you're keeping him here, and he can't. And because you're expecting a 3-dimensional response from him, you're blocking your ability to hear him with your third eye chakra and your heart chakra. You're not letting him come in because you're wanting him to come in like a person and not like a spirit. Because he's trying to talk to you, right, Patti?
Yes,
he
is.
He's chatting up a storm, but he says you're blocked and he can't get in. And it's because you're expecting a human connection where there is no longer a human connection. And he really wants to come in, sweetie. He feels terrible.
That's why you're sad.
Yeah. And I understand this being a hard time of year. My mom's birthday was November 9th, and it's always hard. This time of year is always hard for me because of that. And then last year, a couple weeks ago, I found out that a friend of mine committed suicide on November 7th of last year. I'm like, oh my God, everybody goes home in Scorpio, right? It's that crazy Scorpio. But I know what it's like to deal with someone. I just found out 2 of my dear friends killed themselves. One a couple weeks ago and one last November. And it's a lot of folks are going home, and it's not for us as humans to even understand why it happened. It's just that, they felt like it was time to go home and let the universe tell them where their next step is. Sometimes people just feel like they can't hear anymore, and they need a little more guidance from, it's like sometimes you just say, look, I'm just going to drop out of the class and I'll figure things out and retake it. And you just have to let it go, sweetheart.
Yeah.
I know it's so hard, but you know what? Your connection with him, like Patti said, she's absolutely right. Your connection is going to be so much stronger once you let this go, babe.
Okay.
Does that help? And she's right. Do the dumb supper. At the dumb supper, he will be really trying to cut that cord. Let him cut that cord. And then wait a couple of days. Yeah. And a couple of days later, he'll come right in and you'll feel him come right down from the top of your head through your third eye in the middle of your eyes, right into your heart. And your heart will feel like it's growing like 5 sizes. And then he will just be there and he can stay there forever. There's no reason why he can't be there. That's how you connect to spirit. My mom is there all the time. Sometimes I forget she's not alive because she's so closely entwined in my heart chakra. So, and you'll be able to hear him again. You'll be able to talk to him and know he's hearing you. But in the meantime, sweetie, until you can do the dumb supper, talk to him. Yeah. Just sit down in a quiet place and talk to him. And when you hear the answers in your mind, don't doubt those are the answers because they are.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
And breathe.
And breathe, sweetheart.
Breathe.
Patty's always telling me to breathe.
I am. Nobody breathes. Air's kind of important.
Patty has the energy of a cat. She just has like a Valium in her. And if you pet her, you go to sleep. And so she's always telling me, I'm always like, blah! And she's like, breathe. So it's true. You got to breathe, baby. So we appreciate you and we love you and we want you just to be okay. Want everything to be okay. So you let us know how you're doing and please follow up. You have my information and Patty's everywhere and you can find her and just let us know what's going on with you and how you're doing because we've been there. We've both been through a lot of grief. We both lost our mothers just a couple of years ago.
Yeah. And
we know what it's like, sweetheart. And we're thinking about you and we just want you to know, how much we love you and that you're going to be okay. That's the most important thing to know, babe, is you're going to be okay. Everybody's going to be okay. It's interesting. I do this with clients, and this is you probably do this too with the dumb supper, Patty. This is like a big percentage of my work with clients is folks that have not cut cords with folks that have died and not, especially parents when children die.
Yeah, that's
spouses are probably number 2.
Yeah.
3 is probably when people lose parents.
Right.
And they just don't want to let them go. And I understand that. When my mom started untraveling that thing and I was sitting in the hospital room, I was like, no! Mm-hmm. I didn't even realize what that really was. I mean, we used to always joke that she'd never cut the umbilical cord, but it was a joke, And I never really realized that the cord was there until she started unraveling it. And I panicked. But you panic and then you relax.
Yep.
And then everything is wonderful. So, did you do a dumb supper for your mom? You did, didn't you?
Yes. At exactly 40 days. My family came and it was amazing.
That's awesome. Did you have her favorite things?
I don't even remember. I don't remember.
Patty lives in the now.
I live in the now.
I love that you live in the now.
Yesterday is yesterday. I live now.
All right. We're going to get Heidi on now. Heidi, welcome to the show. How are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm really well. Thank you for so much.
Oh, it's so good to have you here. I'm so glad to have you on the show. Say hi to Patty, honey, and how may we help you?
Hi, guys. Hi, Patty.
Hi.
Well, I follow both of you, and we're friends on Facebook.
So glad.
And hang on. No, it's always so insightful. And hang on, let me just go outside because my phone loses reception in the office.
Oh, okay.
So, Sheena, you helped me with Shinhee a little while ago because I was escaping a narcissistic boss, which I've managed to escape. We still cross paths, but it's okay. But I'm a little kind of like confused about my future a little. Hello?
Yeah, we're here. We're listening to you.
Oh, sorry. I thought my phone went.
Not at all. We're just good listeners.
Okay. So I really love animals, and I have a beautiful horse that is pregnant, the show jumping horse.
Oh, wow.
And so it's really cool. I bought her in December, and it was kind of my gift to myself. I haven't done horses in about 30 years, but all my friends are involved, and I wanted to enter again. I wanted to raise this foal and do a couple of foals on my bucket list, which is pretty awesome.
I love that.
She took, and the interesting part is, my dad passed a couple of years ago, and I was thinking about stallions to breed her too. And as I was waking up in the morning, a name was given to me of a stallion I wasn't really looking at. So I went ahead and ordered the semen and bred her, and she took.
It's beautiful.
So it's kind of cool. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. So I just guess I'm wondering, is my future still going to be only horses or horses and real estate? I'm just a little confused.
What do you want it to be?
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to probably, I'd love to, have enough money where I could just do horses all day, but that's kind of tough.
Right.
So what I like about the real estate there is a degree of flexibility, and it does put money in my pocket, which allows me to enjoy these things.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess from time to time, upon occasion, I find, realtors are a bit superficial, which really doesn't work with me, but I just kind of try to look beyond that.
Okay.
I really love, the country and the energy and the horses, but I don't also, I'm 57. I don't want to be, limping around when I'm 75 with no, with no money to take care of everything.
Of course.
So I'm a little like, I don't know if there's any advice or if somebody is around me, my dad or somebody who could let me know.
Of course. Yeah, always around you. I mean, Patti, I'm sorry, you started talking.
No, that's okay. What I get is that the real estate's good for you right now for something.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the superficiality, it affects you if you let it, and it doesn't if you don't. You stay above it. And I don't know. I get that it's bringing you something good. Of course, income is one of them, but something other than that too, like some opportunity is going to come up within it. That's going to make you happy. Who knows? Maybe in real estate, you'll meet some other horse person, or I can't see what it is, but I see that there's another reason.
Sexy horse person.
Pardon me?
Sexy horse person.
Sexy horse person.
But I get that there's some other really good reason for you to be in the real estate in addition to the money, that they're kind of hand in hand right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Do you have any insights on what kind of foal? I think it's a boy that my mare is carrying.
I've never done horse
Hard
sex.
to see that.
That sounds funny.
Horse
Doesn't it?
sex. Patty just said horse sex.
I've never
at
done
noon.
horse sex.
I just want everyone to know.
Okay, I'll
No,
ask
I
my
know what
Rod.
you meant.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't.
I feel it's a male.
I think
Girl.
I feel male energy.
I think it's a boy. I think it's a boy too.
The Rods thinks it's a boy, but I got nothing personally.
Yeah.
Because when I go visit her, I don't go very often. She's very proud of herself. And it's cool because she was so dejected when I first bought her, and we've really fixed her up, and she's really happy.
Yeah.
And loves her life
You
now.
adopted her, knocked her up, and now she's happy as a clam. Now, are you gonna keep the little boy too?
Well, I want to keep a few foals from her and enjoy them and train them a little.
That.
So that's what I was thinking.
That. Yeah, because I love that, and she'll love that. I
Yeah.
think that, you know what, this is what I'm getting for you, sweetheart. You went through a lot with that last job and the boss, and you're healing because, just because you leave a narcissist, it doesn't mean you're healed right away. There's still a big detox period followed by a regrowth period where you need to heal, and you're healing. So horses are magic healers. And the fact that this horse is, has come into your life at this beautiful time. I mean, the horse, she knows exactly what she's doing. She knows she's a healer. Horses know that they come to heal. I mean, look how horses do with, folks with autism and folks on the, equine therapy for veterans and for amputees. And I mean, horses are just healers. So it does not surprise me at all that you sought out a horse when you needed to be healed.
Oh, that's cool.
And I think it's wonderful. And I think that she knows exactly what she's doing. She's very thankful for how much you love her. And she's very thankful for her baby. And she doesn't want you to give her baby up. So that's why I asked that question. So not to put pressure on you, but she wants to keep her baby around. But she also wants to help you. And the baby will also help you to heal. You're going to just going out and spending time with her and touching her and brushing her and walking her. Right? It's healing you from this, this bad person that damaged your soul.
And there is something to the say when you said a sexy person in real estate. In the middle of seeing there's something else for you that's going to make you really happy. I did pull the lover's card.
Sexy horse person.
The naked lover's card.
Mm-hmm.
So just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll see. I don't know about that, but.
You don't want a sexy horse person?
Well, no, I'd love one, but I mean, I'm 57, right?
But that
so I
doesn't
don't know.
mean anything.
Are they still around?
I'm 52, and there might be a sexy person for me out there, sexy crystal person.
Yeah. That's age is relative.
I don't know what to do with a horse, but I'd love to come pet your horse, but I don't know what to do with one really past that. My friends are always like, "Do you want to come over and ride my horse?" And I'm like, "No, I don't. But I would love to come walk your horse and pet it and feed it a carrot." But I just don't. I don't need to ride anything, and nothing needs to have me ride it. But I think this horse is healing you, and I just think your energy is so much different, sweetheart, than the last time that we talked. And it's because this beautiful creature is healing you. So spend as much time with her as you can. And I think, do the real estate. It's fun. Do the real estate, make the money, enjoy it for what it is, and then say, you know what? The more houses I sell, the more horses I can have. And then it feeds your horse life.
Okay, that's great. That's awesome.
And think of it like that. Like, man, I sell a house, I can get a horse, and just build up your property and then get to the point where you've made enough money, sweetheart, and you can retire. You can retire on a nice little ranch property, nice little farm property, and you can have your little horses, and then you can just sit around with your sexy horse person and all your horses and just relax and just be love. That's what I'm seeing for you.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. I'll keep you guys posted.
Yes, please do.
But remember that you deserve that, because sometimes when you've suffered at the hands of a narcissist, you think you don't deserve anything. So just know all those good things will come to you, and just be thankful that you got away from the creepy boss and that you're finding a way that makes you happy. And we love you, and we're thinking about you, and we just want you to be happy. So do that. Go be happy. I love that story. That's my favorite, Heidi. You take care of you, sweetheart, and we will talk to you soon. It's fun to help people.
Yes.
I love it. It's my favorite thing. Hang on, we got a little Skype thing here where Skype done froze up on me a little bit. Let me move it around a bit. We're having technical difficulties. Please stand by. Skype's like, how hard are you going to work me? I'm meant to have like one call a show. Like, what are you doing with me here? Okay, we just got to get the computer to do its thing here. And then we're going to get Martha on. So, Martha, we're coming for you next, sweetie, if you're listening. Patty's doing her juju on the Skype. Yeah, it just got a little funky. We're going to go over here and restart it. Here we go. Let's restart that Skype and see if it mellows out a little bit. And yes, if you want to get on with us, 818-437-0886. That's 818-437-0886. We got a whole list of people that want to get on, so I am just trying to get you all going. So I know Martha's next, and Miriam is going to be after that. So if you're listening, girls, here we go. Oh, there we go. All right, we're good. We got it. We're ready to go now, Martha. There we go. That was a little Mercury retrograde-y type moment of not a Mercury retrograde, but everything lately feels like a Mercury retrograde. Hey, tomorrow Saturn goes direct.
Does it? Oh, good. Yay.
That was an ass kicker.
Yeah.
From April till now.
Yeah.
Please, Saturn return. Stop with you. I'll be so happy when Saturn goes direct. All right, Martha, welcome to the show, my friend. How are you?
Hello. Hi, I'm good. Thank you. And yourself?
I'm fantastic. Thank you. Great to hear from you. Say hi to Patty, and how may we help you?
Hi, Patty.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm a little nervous here.
Don't be nervous, sweetie. You're great.
I was calling because I lost my mom not that long ago. And I don't know if you guys could, it's like a message that she'd like to say or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's your name? What's your first name?
My name is Martha.
What's your mom's first name? For permission.
My mom's first name is Margarita.
Margarita.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Something about eyes. She's pointing out something about eyes first. Does that make sense to you?
Not really. Not at the moment.
Her eyes are your eyes. Whether it's a vision thing or like not vision as in 2020, but like seeing something.
Okay.
Almost like a ring right around here, like through that whole crown of illumination.
Okay.
I'm trying to decipher it. It's something to do with eyes. So it maybe it's one of those hit you in 3 days thing going, oh, whatever. Maybe you're not seeing something clearly. I think that's it. You're not, something like that. You're not something in the situation or a situation that you're dealing with. You're miscoloring to not in your favor, and she wants to help you with that. Does that make some sense to you at all? Because it doesn't to me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
Okay, good.
Yes.
So that situation, whatever that is, take off the glasses. That's my favorite. Put everything in a weird pair of glasses. You've got some coloring pair of glasses over it that's helping you not see the situation clearly. So just take off the glasses, hand them to her, and she will help you with that.
Yeah, she's definitely seeing everything through your eyes.
Oh, okay.
And it's
okay.
Total understanding.
Yeah. And there's something you're limiting or not self-imposed limitation on something.
Yeah.
Self-imposed. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does.
Okay, good. And it's easy as taking off a pair of funny colored glasses. It's that easy if you allow it to be.
Yeah.
Because you might overthink a little.
Yes, I do. I do a lot.
I know.
She worries that you allow yourself to get lost in the shuffle. That while you're taking care of everybody else and everything else, you lose you. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, it does.
And so, she was always there to protect you and to remind you when she was alive not to lose yourself in the shuffle and to sometimes put yourself first and take care of you. Now she's worried because she's talking and you're not listening, that you're not doing that you're not putting yourself first. And so she's very much like with the eyes, I think, as well. She's almost like looking at your life through your eyes and saying, you gotta take better care of you, sweetheart. You have to sometimes put you first and what you want first. You can't get lost in the shuffle of your own life, is what she's saying.
I think you almost always have to put yourself first because you will still be there for everybody else, I promise. But if you don't put yourself first, nobody else will.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's not being selfish. You will be that much better of you. So you spend an extra 20 minutes on you in the day.
Yeah.
They get 20 minutes less. They get the better you.
Yes.
Thank you. And yes, it does make perfect sense. I do sometimes put other people before myself. So.
And then it's like going to the gas station. You can't run on an empty tank.
Nope. And she kind of busted you about that, right? Like she would bust you about not taking good enough care of yourself.
Yes.
And always like, what's for you? Why aren't you doing anything for you? And I'm great you're doing all this, but when are you doing something for you? And
Yes. Yes. You're on the point. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So she just wants you to take care of you and to be more conscious of what makes you happy, sweetheart. That's what she's worried about.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. Yep. And
Okay.
That's right, because that's something that was always her thing.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Correct.
So you take care of you, sweetheart. All right? That's what she wants. More than anything, she just wants for you to be happy and for you to take care of you. It's very important to her. We love you and we want to know how you're doing. So please stay in touch and let us know. And we thank you so much for the call. And so beautiful. What a beautiful mama. Really beautiful energy. Okay, Tiara, you're next. So here we go. We're coming for you, baby. See, I'm getting better about this. Patty remembers the early shows where it took me like 35 minutes just to get the Skype started. But now I'm like, I got a system, baby. I got a system. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
Great. It was so wonderful to hear from you. Say hi to Patty, and how may we help you?
Hi, Patty. Well, I'm at a crossroads on a lot of different areas of my life.
Okay.
And I am actually working on my psychic ability. So I have a lot of things that are going on, and I'm really trying to work it on myself. But I have a lot of indecisions about work and my relationship, and it's just been the last couple of days have been like an emotional roller coaster, really.
Oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
But you know what? That's all part of the transition of when you awaken as a light worker. and you're working on your abilities, it's normal sometimes for, as your spiritual life is growing so quickly, for your three-dimensional life to sort of be stuck behind and not quite know what to do, and you've got to get the two on the same page. And it's an assimilation process, and it takes time. Right, Patti?
Yeah. Yeah, and you're at a crossroads. Don't be afraid to jump in. I'm getting that you're a little afraid to make a wrong decision or a wrong choice with all of it. The only kind of wrong choice right now at the crossroads is to not make a decision because you don't know. Just jump in. Just jump in. Go left, and then if you like right better, then you move right. And maybe it's a little windy path, but that's what this path is, a little spiritual path. So don't be afraid of making the wrong choice. Just trust yourself and jump in.
There's no right or wrong way to do it, sweetheart. There's just doing it. The most important thing, there's nothing to it but to do it. The most important thing is that you're just doing it. And like Patti said, if you start doing something and you're like, oh yeah, this isn't for me at all, then find something else. There's thousands of paths you can take. And most of us have formulated a cosmology that is a variety of different paths mixed together. What I like to call spiritual salad bar. You go to the salad bar, you pick out the things you like for your plate, and then you just leave the things that don't resonate with you, and that's totally okay.
Right. And things like you're talking about relationship and work and things like that, that's going to be ever changing. So that's why as you're changing, it's like your world is changing. So there'll be different views and perspectives. Just allow it to flow, allow it to change, allow it to not know for moments.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, totally okay. You're in such good shape, though, Tiara. This is an exciting time. Think of everything as an exciting adventure. And think of it like, you go to Disneyland or Magic Mountain or wherever you're going, Six Flags, if it's not Magic Mountain, because that's here. And then you go to the park and you try every ride. And some rides you're like, meh. And some rides you're like, oh, my God, let's get in line and go again. It's kind of the same way with your spiritual path. Some things just set you on fire. And other things just are like, well, I don't dislike it, but I don't know that I want to put a lot of time into it. And it's beautiful because you wouldn't have time to put time into everything.
Right.
And then, you'll build your tribe and you'll meet other people whose strengths, like Patti's strengths are different than my strengths. And my strengths are different than every other light worker I have here. And then you build a tribe of people who all have strengths in different areas.
I like that tribe. I'm actually building my tribe right now, like different people that
good for you
come across. It's like, the universe is bringing everything in, and I know the universe is telling me to be patient and just let the process work. And it's really hard for me because I'm a Capricorn, and I'm just, I like stability and I like things to be sure, but I'm an Aries rising, so I want everything now too. And so patience is really hard.
Yeah.
For me.
What's your moon?
I think it's Capricorn actually.
Okay, so I'm an Aries Cap moon, Virgo rising. So I feel you, sister. Yeah.
Patience is a virtue. One of the first lessons you have to learn on this path.
Yeah, I get it. I want everything tomorrow. I want everything to be big and spectacular, but then it's the same time the Capricorn's like, well, don't go too far and don't go too much, and you know how you can be. So I always say, because every sign has an expression, right? A spiritual mantra, and Aries is I am. And I always say every time my Aries says I am, the Capricorn says, no, you're not. So
yeah, it's like, hold on a second for a minute.
Right. So, so you have to also make sure with the Capricorn, though, that you fight that negativity, because Caps sometimes can live in their negativity a little bit.
Yes. Yes. When you don't see something moving or working or manifesting and you just feel like nothing's happening, it's hard. And that's kind of like where I'm going with a couple of things right now. And I'm just like, really, why am I even trying?
No, keep trying. Some things just take longer. And sometimes those are the best things that are really worth waiting for.
Very much so.
Keep trying, my friend. It's going to be okay. You're in good shape, and we love talking to you. And we thank you for the call, and you let us know what we can do to help you on your path, because I love that story. I love people that are, I was on a path once of coming out as a baby psychic, and Patti was so wonderful and helped me, and I'm so thankful for that. So
Oh,
she knows that.
we
Thank you,
all
my
we
friend.
all go there.
Right. Everybody has
And we
somebody
all
who helps them. Then we help other people.
and then but we're always there. And we're always learning. We're always at a new crossroads. So don't think you get over it.
No, that's the thing. When people say, sometimes clients will say to me like, when am I just going to learn it all? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm still here in a meat suit. So I don't.
14 lifetimes from now,
Exactly.
maybe.
I haven't learned it all. They keep sending me back. So,
Yeah.
nobody really knows it all. There is no knowing it all. The vastness of the universe is limitless. So,
And the second you really think you know it all, that's when
Yeah.
trouble starts.
exactly. And like I said earlier, when someone tells you they know it all, back away slowly with a smile on your face because that's not a good thing. All right, Miriam, welcome to the show. How are you, my friend?
Yes, I am doing well. How are you guys
So
doing?
glad. It's wonderful to have you here. Say hi to Patty, and how may we help you?
Hi, Patty. I have a little bit of questions for me.
Okay.
I was told that I was part psychic, and I'm just want to know how can I manage this, because I have noticed that I was a little bit different around the age of 11
Okay.
when I would dream or I would think of something and it will happen later on.
There.
And what do you guys see?
I mean, there's 1,000 ways to develop it. You just find 1 or 2 or 3 that work best for you. Kind of, again, as Sheena was just saying, there's many, many different paths and many things to do. Start out with what your strengths are. What are your strengths? Is it kind of knowing what's going to happen, kind of feeling out people? Is it more empathic? Is it more, what makes you different?
Well, it comes more in stronger in my dreams.
Okay, that's awesome.
Where I can dream it and then it will happen. But for some reason, I kind of block it because I was getting where at my home, I was feeling like I was being touched or I would hear my name and stuff like that, and I will get scared.
Oh, no.
So for some reason, I kind of block it, and I was like, oh, is it good? Is it bad? How can I, make sure it's not bad and it gets attached to me?
You set the intention of what is. I do a thing I call dream school. Put a glass of water by the side of your bed because this will be a conduit for spirit. Ask for what you want.
Okay.
Ask it into the water. Say, I want to develop my gifts. I want to meet my guides. I want to know what is the meaning of life, or what outfit should I wear tomorrow. What the thing about doing it in your dreams is that you do it while your chatty, judgmental, left rational reasoning brain isn't in the way, whether it comes in dreams or whether it comes in downloads. So you can get it as downloads or dreams. But you have to set your intention, because as you're opening the veil, set nothing dark is getting in. Nobody's allowed to come touch me. We're in charge. This is our realm of existence. They have to play by our rules, but people don't know that. So they give away their power with fear, with anger. So be more like, this is more like a disciplinarian parent. No, this is mine. I am developing. I like dream work. I'm going to try this dream school thing, or whatever way you choose to do it in meditation time. And this, I'm only inviting in light. I'm only inviting in my guides, my spirits, my angels, whatever cosmology you work in. And then in the morning, I'd say spend 2 minutes downloading what it is, what questions you had, and you'll be surprised what comes out of you and how your gift develops. And then in waking time, not dream state, you start to learn to dance between learning to shut down the left reasoning brain so you can allow that right creative, intuitive, spiritual brain to open. Because this will that left brain will shut down the right brain. You'll have to dance between, go back and forth, but you can't not use one against the other.
Okay.
Makes sense? I was out too much all at once. She rambles.
Yeah. So the question will be is it just me mentally that I'm feeling like I'm being touched, or is it happening?
No, it's
or
happening.
am I seeing things from the corner of my eye, or I see shadows and stuff
That's
like
where
that?
spirits are.
That's where they are, in your periphery.
And if you're gifted, that you see it. We see the other side. So yeah, it's always peripheral vision to see spirits. And again, there's good, there's less good, there's not good at all. And you control what is allowed in, and 99.9% of the time it actually works. But you have to claim your space, claim your body, claim your home.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can I ask one last question?
Sure.
Okay. My sister, she suffers from sleep paralysis.
Okay.
and sometimes she has like really bad nightmares. And she's been telling me that she had seen, thinking that she has seen her kids running around and stuff like that, and then she feels like there's something bad in her house. How can I help her? And if ever happened to me, how can I help to remove that from a home?
Do a cleansing. Everybody needs every house. We clean our house, we dust our house, we paint our house. People forget about the energy. There's a million ways to do it. You sage your house. Though don't ever just sage your house. And I'm not an anti-sage girl. I work with sage, but it gets rid of everything. It gets rid of the good and the bad, and it creates a vacuum. So it's like dusting your house and leaving the doors and windows open in a sandstorm. If you sage, come back in with the sweet incense. Do the cleansing counterclockwise always, whether it's sage or Palo Santo or hitting pots and pans together, hitting bell, whatever, to clear it out. And then do that. And then go back clockwise and bring in love and happiness. You've gotten rid of abundance and communication and all those good things. And not to do a book pitch, but I have really simple ways in my book, Old World Magic for the Modern World. You could download this for $6. You can get a print copy for $12. You can get an audio book now for, I think, about $6. And it's all things with simple ingredients that you could do at your home to make your just life better in every way. How to relax when you're stressed, how to let go of things, how to clear your house, how to get rid of spirits, how to bring in love.
Okay.
Money.
Pitch.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Amazon.
much.
Yeah.
Sweetie, let me also say really quick before you go that your sister also has gifts. And
I knew that.
Sleep paralysis.
I told her that.
Can everybody hear my finger quotes whooshing through the air? And those of you watching us on Facebook, can you see them? Sleep paralysis is often nighttime visitations. Therapists call it sleep paralysis because they don't believe in nighttime spiritual visitation.
Has it been sexual with her at all, the sleep paralysis, or just sleep paralysis?
No, it's just been attacking her.
Okay, so it's not spectrophilia.
Making her scare. No, not sexual.
Okay.
No, it's just a creepy thing that for some reason has attached itself to her. And
because
you can cleanse it away.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, because it happened to me before where I think it was like the devil in my dreams. He was far away, and then little by little in my dreams he was getting closer. But as the last dream that I had is he was going to grab me. And I pushed him and I said, in the name of Jesus Christ, and no more dreams.
Perfect. That's it. You take control in the name of Jesus, in the name of whoever, whatever you believe in.
Yes.
That is how it works.
Yes.
And there's a million really protective things. Cascarilla powder is great. It's just eggshells. I use a lot of symbols. If you're a Christian, a cross. I use Helm of Awe, which is a Norwegian, Icelandic. It's an 8-sided cross. Negative and negative, it just explodes it like an atomic bomb. And it doesn't conflict with anybody. It's like sacred geometry. You could look it up, Helm of Awe, AWE, Helm of Awe. You could draw it and put it under your mattress. You've just become protected. I have one under my entry mat. Keeps out both burglars and bad ghosts.
Okay, thank you so much for you guys' help.
You bet, sweetheart. It's our pleasure. Please keep us posted on how you're doing and let us know, because we're thinking good thoughts for you, sweetheart, and let us know if we can help with your sister, because who knows why? I mean, I don't know why. Patti, maybe you know why. Who knows why somebody decides to get attached to
There's a billion reasons. One, you're gifted. They see the neon on sign. Oh, she could see me or sense me. They'll be fun to play with.
I agree.
One, something negative got into your life. Sometimes illness, arguing, addiction problems. Sometimes just an object or just a luck of the draw.
Yeah. Sometimes you're just in the wrong spiritual place at the wrong spiritual time. It can be anything, right? It's wow. We wish you luck, Miriam, and your sister too. Absolutely. We're thinking good thoughts. All right, Dottie's next. We're gonna get Dottie on. I'm just whistling. Am I going too fast? It's funny when I do these with our friend, a good friend Chinhee Park. She's always like, "Man, Sheena, you're going right from one to the next." And I'm like, "Well, what are we gonna do in between? Play a hand of cards, Chin? Like we're here to do this. Let's do this." I like, Patti, that you're all about. Let's do it. Let's do it. And you've got your magic cards that are so loved. They have so much energy and love in them. And we're just going to get Dottie on. Then Julie, you're next after that. And then I got to look at the phone and figure out who's next. Dottie, welcome to the show. How are you, my friend?
I'm great. How are you?
Wonderful. Say hi to Patti, and how may we help you, love?
Hey, Patti, how are you?
I'm good. Great voice you have.
That's great. Well, I'm calling all the way from sunny Florida. I was calling Patty to see. I got a lot of issues going on right now.
Okay.
Family and contemplating a move.
Okay.
Okay. Is this one specific you want to focus on in this, or just
either one?
Family turmoil, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I can feel that from a mile away, sweetheart.
Somebody, you or a family, is coming from a super place of lack. What you don't have, what isn't there, what's not enough, and that's coloring everything. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
you know, like that's that old school glass half. Everybody's looking at the glass half empty that they don't have, not the glass half full, and it's become a way of being, and it's going deeper and deeper into a little pit. So be the person of the light. Be the person who goes, hey, okay, we're not missing this, but we have this. Focus on what's good. Focus. That's what will grow. You've just kind of fallen into a little spin, a little blah, blah, blah. It's almost like a battle of blah, like up one upping with downward motions.
Yes. And the drama
That's
becoming
so correct.
so draining on you.
You know, my life's
So
worse,
true.
and I've got less, and you. So it's just like flip it around, shock the hell out of them. It's like, but I've got this, and I'm happy, and you look really good today. Wow, and they'll go, wow, because energy you put out, people always live into your expectations. And if you're putting out, oh boy, they're going to be cranky again, or they're going to be, I don't even know if I like them anymore. You're putting out that energy, no matter how smiley you are, or what you say. Your energy is waiting for it to be this bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Change your perception. You can't change who they are or what they do, but your perception of them, that energy will change them, and how you react to them is the 80% will completely change. That's how you just all by yourself can change everything around you.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Send them love.
Yeah.
Turn it around.
That
Send
easy.
them love.
Yeah.
Send them so much love. Yes. And especially the very narcissistic family member that you have.
Yes.
That one you want to give total love, because that one feeds off of positivity, but also feeds off of negativity almost even more. So when you get upset or say your piece or get defensive, man, it's like you just handed a hot fudge sundae over there. So you got to starve that dark out. When somebody's full of darkness in there and they're trying to get attention through negativity, you just starve the dark, my friend. So every time the negativity starts, just be like, hey, great to see you. Hope to see you next time. I love when we all get together, and just nothing. Because then what are they going to do? They can't run to the rest of the family and say, oh, you know what, Daddy did. Because you were just lovely. So you give them nothing to go on. Like Patty said, nothing to eat. No negativity to eat on. You just say, sorry, the hamburger stand of light is closed, and you cannot munch on my chi today.
Oh, I love you.
Do you know what I mean? And then
love you,
what
Patty.
are they going to do?
I get it. I get it.
You totally get it.
Yeah, and you know what?
The light bulb. You opened the light bulb. The light bulb went off.
Yeah.
Yay.
You're going to be so fine, sweetheart, because the problem is because you're a person of the light and you're a person of justice. You're always trying to like plead your case, right? So you're always being the just one. And so you're always trying to explain yourself. Don't just be like, hey, great to see you. Lovely to see you. How you doing? The kids are great. Wonderful. Hey, great. See you soon. Can't wait. Big smile. And, it's like the wall of pleasantness. Think of it like that. And then it's right out at the relatives, right? And then pulled back from that is your actual energy, not getting too close to the wall of pleasantness, so that you don't feel affected by every kind of, douchey behavior.
Right. That's right. Right.
You'll be secret superwoman.
Secret superwoman.
I pick up.
Nice. Yeah.
I pick up on it.
And then you're set, my friend.
On them.
And you're rocking, and all is good. You're so welcome. You take care of you and let us know how you're doing. And we're excited to hear. You're going to be fine. It's funny how I think a lot of people, unless they've encountered that kind of personality, Patty, they don't really know. They don't really understand, because, and I'm I'm an Aries, so I'm a defender from way back. If somebody's being terrible to me, I want to talk about it. What's going on and what's happening? But there's a certain kind of person the more you talk about it, the more attention they get, the worse the behavior is going to be.
Right.
So you just have to not give any attention. All right, we're going to get Julie on. Julie's up. Brianna, you're next. And I'm still working my way through the phone. If you want to get on with us, 818-437-0886. You send me a text message, 818-437-0886. And then we will put you on the list. And I love that story. And Julie, welcome to the show.
Hello.
How are you? Oh, Julie, you got to turn us. Julie,
having some thoughts on how things are with my family, meaning my brothers and sisters.
Sweetie, do me a favor and turn us down in the background because we can hear us louder than you.
Oh, okay. That better?
Not that I don't like to hear my own voice. I am a media personality, but I'd rather hear yours. So you've got stuff going on with your family. Say hi to Patti, sweetie, and what can we do for you?
Hi, Patti.
Hey, Julie.
No, I'm just wondering why there's such negativity with my family, my brothers and sisters. I just feel like the black sheep of the family.
Yeah. Well, I think you're the one that has you're the most empathic in the family. You're the one with all the empathy. You're the one who feels everybody's feels.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't see the world like them. You're different perceptions. They're all looking at what's on the left and you're looking at what's on the right. So embrace that difference. Don't judge it, or even if they choose to judge it, just like, okay, yeah, I see that, but look over here. This is my perception. This is the way I do things. It does, again, just like on that last call, it does not have to become a battle or a one up. But I do think that it's a male that's the instigator. Is it a brother? Whether it looks like that or not, that's the one. And there's just, again, got into a form of conflict. I talk a lot left brain, right brain, your left reasoning, rational brain, the right creative, intuitive, spiritual brain. Don't get too left brain with all of your siblings. Logic isn't the answer to things. 1 + 1 = 2 isn't. Be more creative, more right brain, more enrolling them in a vision, enrolling them in your perception, your point of view than 1 + 1 = 2. They'll hear it better.
I don't know. I don't see that.
I just
if you don't see that, means you probably haven't tried that. If you haven't tried that, maybe that's why it didn't work. It could be the one thing that does. What do you got to lose?
Yeah,
costs nothing.
I think the biggest problem, sweetheart, that's happening is that you're trying to make them be like you. In your heart of hearts, you're expecting them to act the way that you act and to have the level of kindness and reciprocal love and understanding that you put out, because you're a very empathic person that feels everybody's stuff. So you're expecting that same sensitivity in return. The problem with empaths is that in our fantasies, everyone in the world is like us, but everybody in the world is not like us. So when we encounter somebody that's not like us, we're a little bit like a cartoon character, like, come on, can't you just be like me? We're like Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, I actually do that.
And it doesn't serve us, because then our hearts are continually broken because they're not like us. So I think the best thing to do is to really evaluate who it is that you're dealing with, how they spiritually resonate, where they come from, and then figure out, okay, now how can I have some sort of a family association with them, understanding that they're never going to be like me. There's never going to be the understanding, the equality, the outpouring of love. That's just never going to happen. So how do I deal with them when I'm not ever going to get back what I put in? So how can I just have some kind of civility so that it doesn't always get crazy all the time? Because with some folks, that's the best you can hope for. That's their idea of love. If you can get them to be civil, then yay!
I always say I have a stupid heart.
No, you've got a beautiful heart, sweetheart. You've got an absolutely beautiful heart. You just need to find a way to, to be around people that don't have the same heart, and not have your heart get broken all the time, love.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah. And as much as you think it sounds completely wrong, you're trying to be too logical with it.
Yeah.
Come from that stupid heart of yours, quote unquote, that beautiful heart of yours.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're doing everything right, sweetheart. And this is a good lesson for you. This is a good experiment. Like Patti said, experimenting with things. This is a great experiment for you to deal with people that are like this in life, because there is more than one person like this in life. And not always get your own empathic heart so broken, sweetheart.
Yeah.
You know?
Good advice to listen to.
Yeah, because you're an empath, sweetheart. And, you know, I have an online webinar. Now I'm going to plug.
Good
now
plug.
It's webinar plug. I have two, actually. One is at whydoifeeleverything.com, and that's my empath webinar. And I always start out by saying, congratulations, you're an empath, and my condolences, you're an empath. Because it's a hard thing to get used to being an empath. But once you do, you realize it's the most beautiful gift you could be given. So there's that. And then I teach one called starvethedark.com, which is actually Feed the Light and Starve the Dark at starvethedark.com. And it's about how you as an empath and stay positive and loving and happy in spite of narcissistic folks around you that are not giving you back what you would like, and that are not treating you in the way that you would like, and that take more than they give, and they're the complete opposite of us. You know, I always say an empath always says, oh my God, what did I do? And a narcissist always says, oh my God, what did you do? Mm-hmm. So we take responsibility for everything, and we have to learn not to do that.
I do that.
You know? So and don't ever think your heart, if you could leave one thing from today from Patti and me, don't ever say your heart is stupid, because your heart's so beautiful.
Okay.
And there need to be more hearts like yours in the world, and we love you. So let us know how it's going, and we wish you all the best. And wow, this is a great show.
Fun, yeah.
We're taking some great people. All right, Brianna, you're next. And then Tiffany, you're after that. And here we go, my friends. Getting another one on, having fun. We got about 45 minutes to go, and I'm loving it. If you want to see some past broadcasts, including all my shows with Patti in the past, welightworkersunite.com. And Patti and I have a great web series called Living with the Dead. We're at wearelivingwiththedead.com. And we do live shows. We're doing one in Dallas, antiquesgoshow.com. And we do them in Los Angeles. Go there and come see us live. Bring your haunted objects and meet Belle the Haunted Doll.
I should have brought Belle.
You should have brought Belle.
I should have brought Belle.
I miss her.
She misses you.
I miss her a lot. She's going to be bitching me out in Dallas that she hasn't seen me.
She'll see you.
She'll be like, my mommy's so busy and you never come over. Brianna, welcome to the show, my friend. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. It's good to hear your voice. And say hi to Patti, and how may we help you?
Hi, Patti. I just wanted to call and see. I've been kind of struggling with just life in general lately, and I'm kind of at a standstill. I don't know what I need to do next.
Okay.
And I just had a baby about 4 months ago, and so I'm currently a stay-at-home mom, which I love, and I'm also taking care of my stepdaughter too. But it's just been, I don't know, if I should, try to move forward with a career, if things are going to stay good with me and my husband with me staying home.
I feel like you're in a big transition, sweetheart. And you're trying to get your spiritual, your emotional, and your three-dimensional life kind of on the same page. And you just feel like you're feeling a lot of growing pains.
Yeah.
And hormones.
I kind of feel like you said, mentally, I just kind of feel stuck. I want to grow, but I just don't know which way to go.
You have got to, what I'm getting is exactly what she said, but you've got to feed that creative side of yourself.
Yes.
You're doing all the things you have to do and need to do, and new mother and all that stuff, but you've got to feed your soul, your spirit, that whatever that creative thing you do is, whether it's artistic or spiritual or intuitive, you're not feeding that enough.
Okay.
Are you?
No, I don't feel like I am. I am also a makeup artist too, as well.
But are you working at that now?
Pause.
Yeah. So if you can't be doing makeup and making people beautiful and doing what you do something else. Make up your baby. No, I don't. Just do something that feeds that creative artist side of yourself.
Find a craft to do. Something that's just creative, so you're being creative.
Yeah.
You know? Make dolls and make up their faces. Like, you know, do something that makes you feel like you're feeding that creative side. Because I just feel like you're going through the motions in your life and everything's starting to feel like a chore. And that's a place that I think a rut that we all get into as human beings, and that you need to find a way to move past.
Something inspirational.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. And it's just like, I kind of feel like things that are like happening around me, like I just have no control over. And that's one thing I have an issue with myself.
Yeah. And I think that comes from the feeling like everything becomes a chore in your life. Like you have to do this and you have to do that. And I think that happens a lot when you're a free-spirited person, and then suddenly you're in a relationship, and then suddenly you've got kids, and then you have all these responsibilities. And the responsibilities, because the three-dimensional things are crucial, the responsibilities often begin to outweigh the things in your life that feed your soul, and you have to find that balance.
Yeah.
And you're just completely missing balance.
Yeah. And guess what? You don't have control over everything, and you will never, ever, ever have control over everything. No one will. But you have complete control over how you react to all those things that you have no control over. So that gives you control.
Right.
Perception.
And I did have one question. It's kind of off that subject, but my father has not, like, I have not seen my father in a long time. It's been a few years, and he has not came to meet my daughter, and I'm trying to figure out if it's best if I go visit him with her, or should I visit him on my own.
I think you should visit on your own first and see how things are going, and then bring him.
Yeah. I agree. Go heal or mend or reacquaint or whatever you need to do with him, and get him to really want to see your baby. If you're showing up with the child and you, it'd be a little more awkward. So if you can make 2 trips out of it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know like where he's at, like in his mind. Like I just feel like he's lost himself, and I just don't know if I should even go up there to see him.
I think if you can, it's a good thing, actually. Again, without the baby. You don't have to stay long. You don't have to get involved. You don't have to take on any of his stuff if it's not what you want it to be. But I think there's some completion or healing for you. He gets or doesn't get, but for you.
For me, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is there, like, I don't know, like, if this is the correct way of asking this, but, like, is there somebody that's, like, with him always? Because I would hate for him to feel alone, because like I'm not around as much as I would like to be, because I don't like how like the environment he's put himself in.
You mean spiritually around him
or physically around him? That was my question.
No, it's both maybe. Like if he has someone physically, but if there is someone spiritually like with him.
I'm not sure.
I mean, I think there are various people around him and his guides, of course, but I think he shuts them out.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's closed up. And again, that's why you showing up, you can, number one, get rid of your guilt because you have no reason to feel guilty. You're living your life, and if parts of his life don't fit into yours, you're creating your life. You're grown up now. Your child, your love, your everything. But I think there would be some healing there for you to let go of the guilt, and for him to maybe, wow, open that heart. There's my daughter. Wow, she's a mother. Wow, there's this. Then maybe he could reopen it up for both his spiritual side and his human side of people.
Right.
Yeah.
And then for myself and my babies, like, is there someone like around us too as well, spiritually?
4. You have 4.
4.
Very angelic, very ethereal. I mean, you probably have guides and you have some animal stuff running around and all sorts of things, but do you ever feel stuff kind of circling you that feels very ethereal? 1, 2, 3, 4.
What would that kind of mean?
Almost like this energy, like a protective energy that you can almost see and almost feel, but it feels like it pushes you a little bit, like in the right direction.
Yeah.
That's it. That's them. And there's 4. Kind of like 4 legs on a table. Yeah. they're whether I'm just seeing them very ethereal light beings. They could maybe have a shape or they're this, they're that, but I'm just seeing as this beautiful ethereal light beings that will kind of guide and nudge and protect and help.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You feel
I've
like
always just wondered,
I'm sorry?
Sorry, go ahead.
You feel like you just really need to open up and let some joy in, sweetheart.
Yeah. I feel like I have a lot of issue with that, like letting myself just kind of be.
That's why you've got to feed that heart, creative, whatever that is for you. Get something that inspires you. In addition to motherhood and all those things you have to do and part of your path, that thing that's just you.
Right. All right, I'm going to definitely have to try that out. I've been looking into possibly like going back to painting.
Do it.
Good.
Do it right away. I mean, seriously, go to the store, buy some watercolors and a sketchbook and just start making stuff. It's going to change you overnight. If you went today to Walmart or Target or wherever and just, spent $10, $20 on some stuff, Hobby Lobby, and just started, like I know where all the places are, Patti, Michael's, just started, and you would feel immediately better by the weekend.
Okay. I'm going to try that then.
Good. Do it. It's going to work really fast. Brianna, we're here from you. We heard from you. We're here for you, and we love you, and we want you to just be happy, and we want all good things to happen to you, my friend, and everything's going to be okay. So you let us know how you're doing, okay? All right, so we're going to get Tiffany on with us now, and Tiffany is going to be on with us in just seconds, and then I don't know who's next because I have to look at my phone. I got as far as Tiffany, and that's as far as I got. Okay, Tiffany is coming on in just seconds, and here we go. Welcome to the show, Tiffany. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Wonderful.
Hi, Patti.
Hey, Tiffany.
How may we help you, my friend?
I have been married for some time now.
Okay.
And it always seems that the same situation between my husband and I come up. The lack of communication, the not being able to speak what I want to speak. And it's just usually the same thing over and over. And I don't know how to break this. I don't know how to take care of it. If this is going to continue for the rest of our lives, I'm just really worried about the next day. What's going to happen? What's going to be with our lives together anymore?
When this happens and it's the same thing that happens, do you react the same way?
I've been not trying to. Actually, I've been doing much better on that, but
Good.
he sees the way it was, not the way I'm doing it now, not saying the things, not being that person that I was before. I guess I have PTSD, and there's certain things that just trigger me, and I just lose it. I'm really trying hard not to do any of those things.
Okay.
But when we do this, it flies back to that on his behalf, and I don't know what to do.
So like again, I don't know if you heard earlier on the show that we were saying about see the positive side. If you spend all that energy on what is working in your marriage, the other stuff starts to fade away. It really will. And when you go there, my best thing is coming up with a humorous thing. When you guys are in a good mood, when it's good moments, even if they're few and far between, go, okay, we get in this place. Why don't we call that, come up with a ridiculous name like Batman Land, or I'm being the Joker, or I'm being the thing. And because you want to cause a shift in energy. The energy flows. It's always going to flow in the pattern that it knows, or it's always going to flow, downhill, basically the easiest path to take. And the easiest path to take is the path you know. You bring in something to shock it, like you start barking like a chicken or doing something ridiculous. He will what the heck are you doing? Start laughing. You start laughing, you end it. That's an over-exaggeration of it. But come up with words, come up with actions that are so shifting everything. Once you shift that energy, you won't fall into those same patterns, and you will get a different reaction.
Okay.
Sheena?
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's crazy. We're such powerful beings, and we give away our power, and we fall into these regular ways of doing it. The silliest little shift change. That's what magic is. I'm a witch. I'm a magician. It's just boom, that one little break of a chopstick, and you just, again, you're standing on your head, and the argument never happens.
Okay.
Yeah, and
I
also
definitely
remember,
can apply
sweetheart,
that.
also remember that he just processes really differently than you do.
Yes, he does.
And he can be sometimes very tough.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be very painful. He's very blunt, very direct. You're much more of a gentle, emotional processor. And so you have to find a way to not be hurt by every little thing he says.
Okay.
If you want to continue this relationship and be happy, you have to find a way not to take everything personally that he says. You know, like Patti said, it's
perception.
You have to flow through it because he just is his emotional processing is so different from yours. And again, you're an empath and you take everything in.
Yeah.
And he's not. So he doesn't say things always thinking about how everybody in the room feels. He says a lot of things thinking about, well, how do I feel?
Yes, that's true. Is that in a narcissist then, in a sense? Or I don't really know what that word means, or the actions of that person.
I mean, the things that you've said so far during this call are definitely narcissist-esque. The cutting down, the making you feel like you're not enough, the not making you feel like you're, you think a situation's resolved and he's still on it. Like the kind of, if I may say, boldly verbal abuse yeah. I mean, that's, I mean, if you can think about it, I mean, I know we think about it like the N-word, like it's so and it is. Some narcissists are really evil, but not all are. Not all are malignant. Not all are going to hurt a bunch of people. But there is really the fine line is the amount of empathy, and he just doesn't have all that much empathy. He doesn't think all the time about other people's hearts when he speaks.
Yeah, narcissists mean me, I, how I feel, my world. This is the world is my world.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so keep that in mind, and just
shock him.
Yes, and just
funny. Shock him.
Yeah,
gets him every
time.
time.
Funny to change it up.
Yeah,
I will definitely try this.
I agree. Change it up, my friend.
I my heart's huge, and I just want it just to be, normal. Like normal people, they're just happy. I'm usually always happy until something happens like this, and then it just throws me so off that it's hard to get back to where I was before because it's on me.
So remember, you can't change him, but you can change how you react, and that's what will change him.
Okay.
And again, come up with this, and tell him what you need, not what he can do or can't do. No finger pointing, but I need to live in a place of peace. I need to. So when something starts up again, after you stand on your head or bark like a chicken, just go, okay, I need to be in peace right now. I'm going to walk around the block. We could deal with this later. Just don't enlist.
Yeah.
And stand on your head and bark like a chicken.
And just keep the faith, my friend. It's going to be okay. Let us know how it goes. We want to know how you're doing because we think about your heart and your soul, and that's what's important to us. So, we're going to get Sheena on the line. I know.
Sheena for Sheena.
There's another Sheena.
Sheena for Sheena.
Sheena for Sheena. There's another Sheena. Who knew? Oh, the Skype the R2D2 sounds are coming out of the Skype because I didn't pull the volume down soon enough. If you want to get on with us, 818-437-0886. Send me a text message. And then I am happy to get you in the system and get you on the list. Sheena, welcome to the show, my friend. How are you?
Hello, hi, how are you? This is Billy, Sheena's fiance.
Oh, hi, Billy.
Hi, Patty.
Hi, Billy.
How are you, Billy?
Yeah. How you guys? Good, not bad. Yourselves?
You're great. Did you text me instead of Sheena?
No, Sheena did, but she was like, "Can you speak?" I was like, "Sure, no problem, I can
speak." Oh, okay. Hey, Billy, nice
to
meet you.
Yeah, hold on, Sheena, you just say hi.
Hi, Sheena. Hi, Patty.
Hi.
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 All's well with both of you.
Yes.
We're great. We're wonderful. I guess we're gonna talk to Billy today.
Yeah, I said he could take the center stage. So
okay.
Here he is.
I'm kind of shy, but if I do bad, I'm sorry.
You're doing well.
You're going to do great, Billy. We have so much faith in you.
Yeah, well, say, lately, me and Sheena, we moved into this apartment about 2 years ago. And I remember when we were apartment searching, I told Sheena, I said, look, Sheena, I said, when we walk in, if you feel something funny, go with that instinct, because she's
Good
intuitive.
advice.
And but at the time, it was like such a rush. We wanted to get into one spot. So she said, Billy, I just wanted to get in, because we were living at her dad's house and it was kind of uncomfortable. So she was like, I just wanted out. So we came to this apartment and she started getting really sick, all these health issues. And, it's just doctors can't find nothing. And it's just like worse, like the anxiety with her, like she like lost her job and went like 8 months ago. And now, she's been here for the past 8 months. And every day I notice a change. It's been a real struggle with her. And she's like, I can feel the negativity in this apartment. This apartment is no good. And I'm like, Sheena, sometimes I feel it too, So I decided last week, I said enough is enough. I've never saged in my life, ever. And I do believe that, you know what I mean? Because I watched Ghost Hunters, all these other shows, they sage and, a lot of times it helps. But I also know a lot of times it can backfire. So when I spoke to the lady when I bought the sage, I also bought Santo Palo and I bought sweetgrass.
Good.
And my attention was, you don't even know the build up inside me. So I'm like, whatever's here, I want out. You know what I mean? So like, I went around, I started from left to right. And I didn't, like Sheena said she felt a difference, Like I did it with good, full intention.
That's it.
For like half an hour I was there saging. And then I followed with the sweetgrass. And it was like weird because now yesterday I started to pray. As I'm praying, I said, let me record myself praying. I just want to see, something told me to record myself praying. So right before my prayer, I like to get into like a little meditative state where I call upon, like angels. And I got the flash on, it's recording. All of a sudden, all these orbs, are flying by me, whizzing by me. Like at this one point, the orb, it like lit up like a flashlight and just went from like right to left. Like in this, if I slow motion it, I can see it moving like about an inch.
Yeah. They're everywhere.
And another one, a green one this time, like appeared also in another spot and it actually illuminated the wall a little bit, which was strange, So I said, oh my God, this is the first time I've ever seen something like this, that I have a quarter orb. So this morning I said, let me do it again. And I caught a voice, but it was a guttural voice. And like, I didn't want to say this to Sheena because I didn't want to worry her. But like, it said something along the lines of like, kill you. And I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, no, I don't want, that's the last thing I want to hear, And it said, and it also said, you're scared. Just like that. It said, you're scared first. And then it said, kill you. Like, that's what I can make out.
Okay, it can't kill
now
you.
I'm like, now
okay, it can't
she knows about it.
Let me talk. It can't kill you. Number one, learn that this is your realm of our realm of existence. They have to play by our rules. It wants you to be scared. It wants you to be angry. Be more like a disciplinarian parent. No, this is my house. This is our apartment. You cannot be here. You can leave my girlfriend's body alone. You cannot make her sick. Sage is good, but the reason it backfires sometimes is because it's too harsh. We said that earlier in the show. It creates a vacuum and then pulls back in stuff. So if you sage, then come in with the Palo Santo, the sweetgrass, frankincense, myrrh. Do the cleansing part counterclockwise. Whenever you're getting rid of something, go counterclockwise. It's called starwise. Even if you're stirring your coffee, you want to get rid of anxiety, go counterclockwise and put it into it, your oatmeal. When you want to add, after you clean it, then go clockwise and carry a candle. I'm bringing in light. Sweet incense. I'm bringing in love. Claim who's allowed in your front door. Only people invited in. Only good spirits. Only light. What comes in the window? Inspiration, fresh air, health. What do you want in your bedroom? Great sleep, great sex. In the bathroom, good body image, health, release. Room to room, clockwise, filling it with light and sweet incense. You will feel a complete difference between the clearing and then the filling.
Awesome.
And then there's no space for the bad to get in. There's no space for the bad to get in.
Right. Yeah. I will do that. I'm going to follow up with that.
Good.
Do you feel any negative, anything? Or could it be a loved one? Because the EVP I got this morning, I never ever in my life caught an EVP, nor have I ever caught an orb. You know, like all my apartments I've lived in were good. You know, everything was dandy. This is the only one.
Yeah. It's this place.
Weird.
It's attached to this place.
It's attached to this place.
It's not attached to you.
You know, it's not attached. But you can clear it if you can move. Great. But a lot of times you just can't move. You can clear it. The only place I've ever seen that you can't clear is a place where there is such negativity and continuing, like heavy drug addiction or heavy evil going on.
Right.
Otherwise, you can clear it.
Yeah.
And again, and now you're focusing on it. You're doing EVPs, you're recording, so that you're feeding it, which isn't bad, but just allowing the good ones. Spirits are always. Just be very careful who gets to say from nobody to just the good ones, because the illness and stuff is the stuff you don't want. That's what can get in.
Mm-hmm.
You want Sheena to be healthy and fabulous, and you too.
Very sick.
Yeah, she's getting very sick.
Yeah, and it's funny because I always did readings for everybody else. I've always said, and I thought, is this something that I let in by doing a reading, you know, and not properly grounding myself? But I mean, I've been sick and I've been to doctors and, you know, white blood cell counts up. Nobody can figure out anything.
Yeah, it's spiritual stuff.
That's always telltale sign. When they can't say you have blank, you have boobity bops, you have this, it's spiritual.
Your white blood cell count is up because your spiritual, your emotional, and your physiological immune systems all work together, and something is attacking. So like if an infection's attacking your body, your white blood cells go up to fight it. So something is spiritually attacking you. So your body is like, oh my God, let's make white blood cells, because they're trying to find a way to fight off this invasion as they would if it was a physiological invasion, because everything in your system is so tied together that the three immune systems don't know the difference in what's what sometimes, which is why you make yourself sick. The more people go, you stress yourself out, you make yourself sick, which is true, because you're stressing yourself out emotionally. Same thing if you're being spiritually attacked. And you're being spiritually attacked in this place, but you don't have to allow it to permeate you, sweetheart. You don't have to allow it to move into your general periphery. And
when we go,
I'm sorry?
3 months we're supposed to move. When we go to move, because we're supposed to move in, like, hopefully.
Good.
Praise God, in 3 months, because this place has been a living hell for me for 2 years. Nothing's went right. Nothing. I mean, it's just, you know, and I'm a positive thinker. I'm upbeat, you know, but when I'm out of the house, I'm fine.
Yeah.
We get along well. The minute we step foot in this house, it's like hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
You don't want to be around it. You can feel it. You can't even cut like a knife through it. It's that thick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Since I
I've
have
lived
all
in a
this
house
material,
like that.
how should I go about it?
How do you go about what, sweetheart?
Since I have now all this material, I got the sage, I got the sweetgrass, and the Santo Palo. How should I do it? Which order should I do it?
Do the sage counterclockwise first, and ring a bell. Hit pots and pans together. Go get out.
Yeah.
Any negative energy, any illness, counterclockwise around the whole apartment,
Something with
pushing
rhythm.
out windows, pushing out doors. The sage. Then again, set up a little sacred place, and then you go clockwise with the sweet grass. The Palo Santo could be either end of it. The sweet grass, the carrying the candle through the light, any sweet incense, and then fill it back up with what you want. Intent is everything. The clearing and the filling up.
You think that this whatever's going on, the entity, or I don't know if it's an entity, if that's what you would describe it as, it was here than previously?
Oh yeah, it's not you. No, but you're very psychic, so you're a conduit for it, Sheena.
Right.
You're the conduit.
Oh, it's terrible.
You're the one it wants, and that's happened to you other places, but this is just to the nth power, because this place is just icky. So yeah, do the best you can do.
I can't wait. I can't wait to get out of here. I said, geez, you're just like waiting for the next thing to happen. You want to think positive. But I even go to my family's house because I can't be here. It's just
Do you do cleansing baths? Do you do cleansing baths? Get a salt bath or a white bath, salt, sugar, milk.
I just went down there. I bought sea salt
at
the crystal store. I put the black. I don't know if I'm going to say this right. Tourmaline. Am I saying this correctly?
Perfect.
Tourmaline.
And the clear one too. That's like
selenite.
Or clear quartz.
Yes, I have those above my door, my front door.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying everything we can because it's like for the next 3 months, it's like unbearable. So I'm like, you know.
Get some cascarilla powder. It's eggshells. It's not toxic for anything. I don't lose cascarilla. It's ground up eggshells. It looks like talcum powder. You can get it at a metaphysical shop. You can get it online. It's cheap. Put it at all the thresholds of doors and windows. You could put a little in your bath. It's cleanses your aura. So keep yourself clean for the illness. Like again, salt baths, cascarilla baths, white baths, and put it around the house.
Yeah.
And this will follow us when we move. You don't feel.
And Patty's going to plug her book really quick with tips and tricks.
Oh yeah, all that's in here too. Again, you download it for $6. You can audiobook for I think $6. You can have a hard copy for $12. Easy things you have in your home and kitchen, ways for love, money, cleaning your house, protection techniques, everything.
Yeah, and I'm going to plug my crystals
Amazon.
here because I think you guys need to be using crystal therapy. So all my crystals are charged and blessed and cleansed, and I put your intention in them for the thing you need them to be. And I would highly recommend my cleansing set, my grounding set, my healing set, my empowering set, my protecting set. I mean, all of these things are going to be wonderful to help you. Just, put them in your pockets, put them around the house, throw them in a mojo bag, whatever it is, and use them as extra protection like a little army to fight this off. You guys are going to be okay. We love you so much, and let us know how you're doing. And Billy, great to talk to you.
You were both great
You
together.
guys were great, and it's going to be okay. All right, everything's going to be okay. I think we've got time for a couple more. We're going to get Maureen on really quick. I got them all lined up, my friend, ready to go. Here we go. This is like the smoothest transition from one to the next.
You're good.
We're getting there. I'm getting a system. When I get both my new phones going at once, it's going to be so much easier too. Yeah. They saved my phone data. Did I tell you? They
good.
saved
Yay.
everything. I just have to go get it now. They're sending it to me on a hard disk. They saved everything.
That's amazing.
Bless them. It was not cheap, but it was a miracle. They're called On Track. If you ever think, I've lost everything on my phone, call On Track. It might not be lost. Welcome to the show, Maureen. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you today? Hello, Patty.
Hey, Maureen.
Well, Sheena is kind of familiar with my situation where I've been dealing with what I thought was a spirit attachment of an Egyptian. And I cleansed the entire house. I didn't know about the counterclockwise and the clockwise thing. I got to fix that when I get home.
Okay.
But I'm really starting to wonder if this thing is Egyptian, what do you feel, Patty? Because I don't know what this thing is. It's just following me everywhere. And Miss Sheena, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sweetheart. What makes you think it's Egyptian?
Yeah, I don't get Egyptian at all.
I don't either. I'm not getting Egyptian. That's the only thing, honey. I hate to disagree with you, but I'm not feeling that it's Egyptian.
No, please disagree with me because I don't understand what he is. I know I sense a male presence, and I feel that he's. We have a circa house, circa 1870, that the family has built. It used to be a tour home. It's set up like a museum.
Okay.
Wow.
In one room of the house that I used to dust and clean for her because nobody else wanted to do it because it's so haunted. When I go into the library room, there's a huge cabinet, and it's full of all these different trinkets and different eras, but I'm always drawn to this Egyptian scarab made of jade.
Okay.
Well, that's a very powerful thing.
I'm sorry.
That's a powerful symbol. That's a powerful thing. It's a powerful cosmology. But I'm getting more that maybe you could look into Egyptian cosmology or belief system or magic to help you with this other thing that I don't think has the best intentions for you.
No, but I also don't think it's Egyptian.
No, it's not Egyptian.
Yeah, it's crazy to me because he keeps coming back. And I've done everything that I could. He finally invaded a dream not too long ago, and most of the time that when I see him out of the corner of my eye, I see like the white skirt. I see that he's clean shaven. Super shiny bald head, and that's why it's the scarab, the Egyptian. Maybe that's it. But I don't know if this is something. Because my gifts have been developing so much and so rapid lately, is this something that's always been with me and I put it in the wrong box. I miscompartmentalized it as coming from the Circa house. Or is this something that I just recently picked up in the past 3 years?
Well, when we're opening up psychically, all kinds of weird celestial hitchhikers will sometimes come down and check us out. I always say it's like taking off all your clothes and walking into a bar at 1:45 a.m. and saying, "Who wants to have sex with me?" Like, you'll get takers, but is it really the people you want? So if you open up your psychic eye and say, "Who wants to come and who wants to see me and who I want to open up," sometimes little weird stuff that's hanging around will be like, "Oh, I'll come talk to you." It's why you have to be careful when you do spirit boards or anything.
I've been desperately trying to get in touch with my first husband and desperately trying to get in touch with my mom.
And I
can get everybody else, but I can't get them.
Leave out the desperate word.
Just going to say.
Leave out the desperately trying. Don't do anything desperately.
That's what I was going to say. The dangerous word is desperate, because when you have psychic gifts and you're also desperate, you're putting that desperation out there and you're attracting celestial vampires.
Yeah, the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And you won't get what.
That still makes sense.
And not vampires in a good way. That's an insult to vampires.
Yeah, I'm a vampire.
No,
I mean, you're attracting negative minutia, like negative celestial space dust. That's like, oh, look, here's somebody we can mess with who's new to their gifts and won't know what we're doing.
And there's tricksters out there. Like, I'm looking like a shiny whatever, but there's a little drain there.
Yeah.
So
that to me, that just resonated because I keep saying he's Egyptian. That's why I see him as that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's how our humanity works. We see what we know, what we think, and like if somebody, some demon or dark spirit, and somebody only sees a monster one way, they've watched monsters. That's how it's going to show itself to you within our mind's eye. Our eyes even do that to us. So is our spirit eyes, our third eye. So you're creating that because I think that you do have some positive energy within the Egyptian cosmology that could really help you. If that's something you resonate with, learn a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'm currently researching and going into it because I've always had a massive obsession with Egypt. And then when I started doing guided meditations to reach out for past lives, oh, Sheena, I wish you could have seen what I saw.
Oh, baby,
Miss
I'm
Patti
sure.
was so beautiful. Karnak in all its glory, standing on the roof of Karnak, which is over where the priestess and priests went. So it's like, how did I get up here?
Wow.
Right. But that's the thing, sweetie. So you have to be careful when you have that kind of power and then you add desperation into the mix and then you're wandering around the cosmos looking for stuff desperately. I'll say desperately again. And then you have to watch like, oh my God, what's going to come and say, oh, you're desperate? Here, we'll show you something.
I'm your mama. Yeah, I am.
Sure. Yeah, I'm your ex-husband. Hi. These are the things that you have to look out for, sweetheart, because these are the things that can be dangerous.
And do we think that I'm so far on? I'm going to stop with the desperation thing. It'll come to me if it's meant to be.
Yes.
Yeah. Just let the desperation. That's all you have to do, sweetheart, is let the desperation go.
Yeah. Easy.
Everything else is easy peasy. You haven't gone down the hole of hell. You're not stuck down there forever. Everything's going to be okay. You just need to just take a break and a breath and just breathe, as Patti says, and make sure when you reapproach the idea of trying to contact loved ones that you do it in a place that doesn't come from desperation and just comes more from heart and not worrying about the desperate. You know what I mean? Desperation and spirituality do not mix, especially the paranormal and desperation.
Yeah.
Do not mix, sweetheart.
Right.
And so
if you want something bad, if you want to see something bad enough, you're going to see it. And it's not really going to be what you need to see.
Yeah, you're going to see a trickster of some kind, and you're going to see something telling you that's what it is. Like every demon is always a little girl. I'm a little girl and I need help.
Yeah.
You're going to be okay, sweetheart, and we are totally 100% here for you, and are thinking about you all the time, and just want the best for you. And you just keep us posted on what's going on, and just stay safe. And remember, when you're first getting into this, it's always good to err on the side of caution. Caution is a good thing. So you're as caution as you the most caution you can have is a very, very good thing. So Be under what you think you should do. Do little bits and then grow into it as you feel better, right, Patty?
Perfect.
As you get stronger at it, then you can take more chances. But in the beginning, just be chill, my friend. So that's our show, Patty. Where can people find you? Plug the book, plug everything. So excited.
They can find me at pattinegri.com, Facebook Patti Negri. Though I can't friend you, you can follow me and you can like Patti Negri Psychic Medium, Patti.Negri on Instagram, at Patti Negri on Twitter. Again, you can get them all at my brand new website. It's still got some bugs at pattinegri.com. And my book on Amazon, again, print or now new audio or download, $6. So that's where. Thank you,
that.
Sheena. Thank you for having
me
on.
Always.
I just love our little bounce back.
We
this
do this
is really
wonderful.
good. Yes.
This was such a good show, one of our best. If you are looking for me, SheenaMetalSpiritual.com. I am raising your vibration.com. My movement of peace, love, kindness, and unity. Patty's part of my council, Vibration Council for that, is at raisingthevibration.org, and I am raising thevibration.com. I'm here at LA Talk Radio all the time, 18 hours a week. Of course, later today, we'll be doing this again. If we couldn't get you on from 5 to 7 p.m., Lightworkers Unite will be back on my Sheena Metal Experience show. Lightworkers Unite is at welightworkersunite.com. Patty and I have a wonderful web series at wearelivingwiththedead.com and our live events at antiquesgoshow.com. And my Good Vibrations crystals are charged and blessed and ready to come home with you. You can find out more about them at vibrationcrystals.com. I have 2 great webinars, one on for empaths, whydofeeleverything.com, one to protect yourself from narcissists at starvethedark.com, and my new class, which is called I Never Met a Crystal I Didn't Like, is going to be on October 4th at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 6 to 7:30 p.m. It's at meetthecrystals.com. If you want to go sign up for that, it's $20. They're all $20. All my webinars are very inexpensive because I would like to have a huge class of people that can afford it than a tiny little class of a lot of money. So come and take the classes. They're fun and they're interactive and so many good things are going on. Just come and find me and I'll tell you about everything.
Dallas.
And in October, Patty and I will be at the Embrace Your Spirit conference in Dallas, Texas with Shauna Grace, Joy Koff, Merle Singer. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to be
Join us. Halloween through November 3rd.
Yeah. Halloween seance,
ghost tours, and then we're all teaching workshops.
We are. I'm teaching my spiritual protection.
And mediums and ghosts.
What are you teaching?
Oh my! I think I'm teaching things from the book Old World Magic, and I think I'm working a lot of sigil work. And I forget what I put.
I'm teaching a spiritual protection class.
Good.
I figured that would be good since we're going to be doing a paranormal investigation, so everybody could get protected before they go. It's so much fun. Come and spend a weekend with us in Dallas, and Patty and I will be doing Antiques Ghost Show that night. So you can come and meet Belle, the haunted doll. She's going to go on an airplane, and we just are all going to pray. It's a Haunted Playground right here on LA Talk Radio. Thank you so much for joining us. You know, if it's spooky or scary or psychic or spiritual, it belongs right here on the Haunted Playground. I'm your host, Sheena Metal, and I thank my guest, Patti Negri. Until we see you next time, stay spooky. You know, I love that. Keep raising your vibration. I love that too.
Irreverent, entertaining, cool. You're listening to LA Talk Radio.